Hi everybody and welcome to Budget with Tiffany. I'm Tiffany. I'm so excited to have you here today. I'm going to be doing my weekly reset where I cash unstuff my expenses for the previous week and restuff my binders for the upcoming week. So let me jump in. How is everybody doing? I am actually a little sick. Came home Thursday from work, not feeling, or I guess on my way home, I started not feeling well. And so when I got home, I took a nap, and then when I woke up, I took my temperature and it was a little over 100 degrees. And then yesterday I took the day off and rested for a little bit, have a sore throat, some body aches and stuff like that. And then today I'm feeling a little bit better. I still have a sore throat. The body aches seem to mostly be gone. Headache kind of comes and goes. And I tried taking my temperature this morning, but I think it was too close to when I brushed my teeth, so it came into like 95 point something, and I was like, yeah, that's not accurate. Gonna try again a little bit later, but so far I've tested negative for COVID yesterday and today, but I also know sometimes it takes a couple days before you actually test positive, so I'm not sure if it's COVID or the flu, but either way, it sucks. So this week, so last weekend, DJ and I did actually go out on a date. We went to a local brewery, and DJ got a couple beers for $16.50, so I'm gonna round that up to 17. So I'm gonna take a 20, grab $3 back. So we got 20, 40, 55, 57, 58. It was kind of like a spur of the moment, like we were just sitting around after he got home, and I was like, hey, do you want to go out? And he was like, sure. And it was a lot of fun. We just kind of walked and stuff. And then last night, with not feeling well, I didn't feel up to cooking, and we could have had leftovers, but DJ picked up food on his way home, so we got Five Guys, and that ended up being $30 for 2 burgers and some fries. So we got 125, 26 left over. So yeah, so I'm filming this on Saturday because yesterday I did not feel up to trying to film or anything. So groceries, let's see, we had a bunch of things. $78.98 for my regular Aldi run, and then I did end up getting the rest of the groceries at Target. Been trying not to go to Target, but just kind of ended up being the easiest option. And then DJ picked up some orange juice and something else at the grocery store yesterday for the orange juice for me, the donut for him. So it was $109.50 for everything, so I'm gonna round up to 110, so 110. So we got 25, 27, 28 left over. Groceries are a little higher this week. We bought stuff to take over to DJ's grandparents' house when we watched the Indy 500. So that ended up being a little bit higher than we normally would have spent. And I think I just bought a couple extra things too, but sometimes like we're stocking up on stuff that we, ran out of that you don't buy very often. DJ and his dad went out to play golf last weekend. DJ's participating in a golf tournament through his work, and he hasn't golfed in forever, so they just went to the driving range, so it was $10 for that. And then he bought his dad, they went out to grab a beer afterwards, and so they got a couple beers and I think some food, so it was 19. So I'm gonna take, so it's 29, so take the 50 and grab 21. So we got $41 left over. And then in our longer term sinking funds binder, which is where the majority of stuff was spent, DJ, they had sections this week for track and field. So it was both Wednesday and Friday. One of his kids did make it to state, so yay, super excited. So he had stuff from their track meet last week and then, or the week before, and then this week, and having 2 days. So it ended up being like 3 different days that he bought stuff for. And then also there was a meal that he bought at the beginning of the month that I thought was just like his regular stuff, but he said was actually should have been out of the coaching, so I added that in here today. So at $8.58 at Hardee's from before, $18.35 for Aldi for track meet last week. I don't think he picked up a couple things for the Wednesday's track meet at Holiday, and then he got stuff at Aldi again for Friday. I don't know, something like that. 51.16, and I think I rounded down to 51. So let's see, we got 20, 40, 51. So we got 200, 50, 60, 75, 77, 78, 79. So 279, which is correct. And then in health, I just picked up some medicine stuff at Target for $4.79, so I'm gonna round that up to 5. So we got 200, 300, 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 324. And then opportunities, DJ's parents and us we got tickets to go to a Vikings preseason game, because the regular season tickets are like 200 plus per seat. But the preseason tickets were much less. So we bought tickets. So our half for DJ's and mine were $76.70. So run that up to 77. So put 100. I think that's 23. We got 500, 600, 50, 72, 73. So 673. Super excited about getting to do that. And I was joking with DJ because a few years ago, I got COVID like right before all 4 of us were gonna go to a Twins game. So I didn't get to go. And then last year when we got tickets to go to that 2-day music festival, I got sick. Like I started feeling sick while we were at the first night, which is the night that the day that I was more excited about going to, because that was like Alanis Morissette and Gwen Stefani and Joan Jett and stuff. But like I started feeling bad like later in that day, like in the evening, and came home and stuff. But I didn't think much about it. But then the next day I woke up and I was feeling super bad and ended up testing positive for COVID. And so I didn't get to go to the day 2, which was fine. I was less excited about that day. And then now this year, today, I was supposed to go with DJ and some friends to the U.S. women's national soccer team. They're playing China here in the Twin Cities, and we got tickets and we were gonna go, and now I can't go. So even though I'm feeling better, I still have symptoms, so it's probably better not to go. And then also I don't want to get anybody sick. And I feel like I'd probably just wear myself out and it'd be better to stay home and rest. So DJ is still gonna go, and he's gonna see if like either his dad or another friend of ours will take my ticket. So toiletries, we picked up a bunch of things like lotion and hand soap and a couple other things at Target. So it was $26.69, so round that up to 27, so I'll take 30, take back 8 or 3, so I got 58. So yeah, I'm like joking that next year or later this year when we have our getting close to the preseason game, that like that week I'm just gonna like wear a mask all week so that I don't get sick. So I'm like, I don't want to get sick before the preseason game. And then the only other thing I have is we have my monthly HP Ink subscription come out, and that was $8.71. So I'll take 5, 7, 9. So I got 10, 15, 17, 18. And I just realized I forgot to add all of this up, so let me do that real quick. So it should come out to be $354.05. Let me take the 100 out that I put in here to make change. Got 50, 150, 170, 190, 210, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 300, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 47, 49, 51, 53, 54, 55. So perfect. Yeah, we're getting, so as far as our stairs and our retaining wall, they did the wall that would be like the edge of the stairs, and then they're gonna come back Monday to do the actual stair part of it. They had planned to come and get all of it done this week, but we got a bunch of rain, which was good, and it rained Tuesday and Wednesday, and they were gonna come originally Wednesday and Thursday. So then they came Thursday and did the side of the wall, and then it rained again Thursday afternoon, like evening time, late afternoon, early evening. And so I'm guessing either he just was busy or maybe he wanted to let everything dry a little bit longer. So he texted me last night to say that they were gonna come Monday to finish it. So once that happens, the actual retaining wall will be completed, and we'll still have to do some like filling in of like some places where there's not enough dirt, and you know, because with all the rain it's settled some, so we'll have to top off some dirt and everything, but I'll finally get to share some pictures. So for our cash stuffing, I have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1000, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, 17, 19, 20. So 1120. It's funny because I'm filming this on the 31st, but it's technically because I budget based on Fridays, so it really would have been for yesterday, but it's like it's the last day of the month, but this is technically my cash stuffing for the final week of May, which is based on my budget for May. So get to officially do the budget for June tomorrow, and be starting to cash stuff that next week, next Friday. So up first in our dates, we had 20, 40, 55, 57, 58 left over, and I roll over up to $50. So I'm gonna keep the 50 and take out the 8, and then I'm gonna add $25 for this coming week. So we have 75. For eating out, we've got 100, 25, 26, and our cap to roll over is 100. So I'm gonna take out the 26, and then I'm gonna add 60 for this coming week. So we got 160. Groceries, we only had the $28 left over, which is well below our cap. So I'm gonna roll the whole thing over, and then we're gonna add in $80 for this coming week. Now we've got 50, 70, 90, 100, 5, 7, 8, 108. My food, I did not eat out at work this week, so I'm gonna take that out and then add in 15 for this upcoming week. And that is it for variable expenses. And then in our longer term savings challenges, up first we've got our Friday challenge from Becca at Becca Budget 777. I'm gonna add in $30 this week. Can't believe we'll be halfway through the year at the end of next month. So we got 100, 200, 250, 270, 290, 310, 320, 30, 45, 52, 54, 56, 58, 61, 2, 3. So $363. And next week, besides stuffing for the first week of the month, I'll get to do my cash condensing. Yay! I always love getting to do those. Up next in our Save 2025 and 2025, or also from Becca Budget 777, I'm gonna do 13, 24, 3, and 5 for a total of $45. So now we've got 100, 200, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 350, 370, 390, 410, 430, 450, 65, 75, 82, 84, 86, 87, 88. So 488. So close to 500. And then up next we've got our 10,000 savings challenge from Amazing Ally Co. We're gonna add in $200 today and finish this one. So you should have 900. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 900. So yay. Take that one out. We'll add in section 4. And then let's see. Got $50 going in for Mini Mondays. Got $282 for long-term sinking funds. So 100, 200, 250, 270, 282. Got $200 going into our debt binder. Got 133 plus this other $30 that I had set aside from when I got my last Etsy payout. So we'll have 100, 20, 40, 50, $63 to work with this upcoming week. And then last but not least, let's get to add in our money that we pulled over that we didn't spend this last week from our variable expense binder into our month ahead binders. So we have $20, $35, $45, $47, $48, $49. So we'll have that. We won't play in this one again until I think it's the second week of June. So we'll have a few more weeks that we'll be able to put some rollover in, but yeah, so that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.